High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
Hello everybody, I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more Formula 1 24 My Team Career, this time for the Belgian Grand Prix here at Spa. A very fun circuit to play, and the first thing you will notice is in the bottom left corner, I did have my camera on, and of course because I have a green screen normally and I don't have it on, it's all kind of like weird and has taken the green out of everything. So yeah, I kind of just before starting recording I accidentally turned on my camera somehow, because I normally have it recorded in OBS, not in an external software. So can't really do anything about that, can't just remove it or anything. I should really like record in like layers, that would be good if that's possible, I'm not really sure. But yeah, not really ideal over there. So I'm gonna see if I can do anything with it, if I can make it less visible for the video, but yeah, I'm not really sure about that. I literally realised right as I finished recording, so it's going to go all the way through qualifying, the race, the highlights of the race that I've put throughout the race. It's going to, yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful, and yeah, just an absolutely brilliant way to kind of showcase this amazing race I'm going to have. But yeah, I've said that, I just wanted to get that out, straight out of the way right at the start of the video. Here we are in qualifying. A couple upgrades brought to this race track, and not really doing too well in qualifying. Hopefully we can do better in the race, because I do normally kind of find that around qualifying I don't really do as well as in the race. I normally can perform better over the span of a couple laps, especially since, you know, the my qualifying lap is the first lap I do of the kind of like race weekend, because I don't do practice. So, you know, P20 through not doing any practice or anything, this is like my first time hitting the track with these upgrades. It's fairly okay. Leclerc and pole, Norris second, Russell third. Let's see what we can do during the race and hopefully get into some points.
Fantastic race. Welcome to this visit to the Ardennes countryside. Spa-Francorchamps hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925, and this historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike. And us here in the commentary box too. So it's a warm welcome from the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Albon, Gasly, Ocon, Bottas, Zhou, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Sargent, Red, Vesti, Maldonado, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So here we are lined up in P19, as I'm pretty sure, I think it was Vesti who had some sort of a penalty as it's lights out. And away we go, the red light stayed on for quite some time over there, but we do manage to get moving down to P21, as our Vesti did actually get past us, but now we dive down the inside. As I always say, the AI don't really just know that's a thing you can do, so it's always easy to gain loads of positions on lap 1, diving down the inside when there's like a train of cars right all bunched up next to each other. So P15 already, now fighting with both Kick Saubers over here, as we can see, trying to get the slipstream in order to get past both. Are we going to be able to get past Zhou and Bottas? Yes, we do. We kind of cut them off with just enough space for everyone to get past without any damage or any contact or anything like that. So, very good stuff over there. And on lap 1 from P19 to P13, I don't make that P12. Are we going to be able to get past Alex Albon over here as we nearly go into the back of Ocon over there? We do manage just about to slow down in front and get past the Williams of Albon. And now, oh, that was a really bad choice over there to do. I was about to say what's happened, but we moved forward a lap over here. On lap 3 now, as we can see, that little mistake over there cost us quite a lot coming out of the first corner onto the straight over here, and then from then I just kind of didn't really have enough pace to kind of keep up with Ocon. So now, as we can see, we are out of the DRS range from the cars ahead, and Albon does have DRS on us. So now, instead of attacking like we were doing right at the start, now we have to defend like a champion, like in the last race, I guess. And lap 4, as we can see, just losing even more time, because instead of having to kind of attack the corners, we have to defend and just lose time on the exit, trying to defend from Albon behind. But for now, we are doing quite well. We're a little bit out wide for Albon over there, trying to go around the outside, but we have to kind of push him out slightly, make sure that we stay in it. And actually on lap 6 we actually close in on the cars ahead, which is quite something, actually by like about 8/10 or something. So that is a decent kind of thing to do, whilst also trying to defend from Albon. But are we going to finally get overtaken? No, we won't. Still later on the brakes, and actually getting even closer to the cars ahead. So if we keep this up, and talking about keeping it up, I was about to say, if we can keep it up, we can get in front of the cars ahead, or at least get within the DRS range. But we go out wide over there onto the gravel, lose time, about half a second to the cars ahead, and in all of that we kind of get flustered, kind of try and cut Albon out of the corner, and that leads to massive underbody damage. But luckily in this game, as there's a yellow flag ahead, and who's that going slowly? It is Pierre Gasly. So the Alpine up high in the places, but a DNF for Pierre Gasly over there, so unlucky for him. And yeah, we move up to P11 as on lap 8 going on to 9. As we can see, our tyres are falling off now. If I was to do this again, I would have probably boxed in on lap 8, not lap 9, because as we are going to see, this lap is going to kind of really slow us down. And I think if I would have pitted the lap ahead, I would have been able to get the undercut on a couple, or at least on one more drive, as we're going to see in a second as we do get past. But I think I should have gone a lap ahead to pit in, but you know, you can always kind of see things clearer with some hindsight. So yeah, we are keeping on the track over here, but as we can see over there, go out wide, and I kind of cut the corner because I thought, well, if I try and take the corner now as it should be, I am going to lose so much time. And I was actually closing in on the cars ahead still. I was keeping up with them, and yeah, as we see over there, not really doing too good now as we lose the back of the car. Luckily managing to kind of keep it in and actually lose only about a second between all of that over there. But yeah, as I said, just should have put in on lap 8, because I would have had enough grip to kind of stay in that corner, and didn't have to think about, I need to kind of cut the corner now to kind of keep up the cars ahead and kind of keep in the race for the points. So we got a 3-second time penalty from that, then lose about a second going out wide over there. But now finally on lap 9 over here, we pit in for the mediums, I'm pretty sure. I guess we're going to see in a second. But it's kind of weird that in the race you can't really serve your penalty in the pit stop. So I'm not really sure if that's a thing only for like the 50% race, that it only works for like the 100%, or if that's a setting you have to turn on. I'm not really sure. I'm definitely going to have to look into it, because I mean, you know, you do your 3 seconds in the pits, and then you know that you're, you know, on par with everyone else as you would be in a normal race. But like that, I can overtake BP10 and then think, well, okay, I'm P10, but I've got 3 seconds to him, so I need to overtake him to P9, P8 to get 3 seconds back to P10. So if I do get the penalty, I'm still going to be in the points and all that stuff. So it does get quite annoying, I guess. And as we can see, Ocon pitted in on lap 8, and we're about 2.7 seconds behind him. So I think if I would have pitted in on the same lap as he would, I think we would be closer to him, definitely. Maybe not overtaken because we are behind, but we definitely would have been closer. And to people like Alonso now, we would have been closer as well. But as I said, hindsight is a wonderful thing, and let's see what we can just do during the other half of the race. As a lap 11 going on to 12, more people pit in, and where are we going to come out? I think that's everyone in the pits already, having been pitted in. And as you can see, we actually get past Piastri, who has been having problems, I'm pretty sure, in this race, because he did actually drop back massively before the pits, before my little running over there. He was actually running P10, so as you can see, he's already dropped back behind Albon, so he just must be having some sort of problems, as he's just so slow, and definitely not as fast as a McLaren should be. On a lap 15 over here, we are actually starting to close in on Ocon, as the hard tyres were durable in this race, as in Silverstone, but they just didn't have enough pace, the same pace as the medium tyres do. The medium tyres might go off quicker, but they had the pace to kind of catch up to the hards, and they didn't drop off fast enough for the hards to actually make sense to kind of go on and be a quick race tyre. So as we can see, closing in nearly within a second of Ocon, and a lap 15 towards the end, we are now 8/10 behind Ocon. So if we don't mess up this exit over here, and safety car right now, that is absolutely disastrous. Past Maldonado, our teammate DNFs for whatever reason, and it absolutely completely wrecks my race. Now, right as the safety car came out, I was like, really, come on. I would have closed into Ocon even further on the main straight, then down Eau Rouge through Radlion, and onto the main straight. I would have just had him in DRS and at least had that P9, maybe even had enough time to kind of create a 3-second gap to Ocon and actually had the P9 on merit. But now, lap 19 out of 22, we are in P10, which is nice, but we do have that 3-second penalty, which right now is going to probably send us to like P15. And before that, even if I would have just stayed P10, I already had a 3-second gap on Albon and Piastri. And I was already thinking then, if I can't catch up Ocon, at least I already have that 3-second gap to the cars behind, so at least get the one single point. But now, it's going to be close to impossible to either pass enough cars in front of us to have enough of a buffer to P10 to score some points, or just hope that Albon suddenly has an engine issue and holds up everyone for those 3 seconds, so we can at least get that P10. So as we can see, towards the end of lap 19, closing in on Ocon over there, as for every single turn he was just so slow, and pretty simple overtake over here down at the bus stop chicane and on to lap 20. So now we've got 2 laps left. We are actually have some pace in the cars. We just set the fastest lap of my race over there, so we are doing pretty well over here. And we've got Alonso ahead, 1.2 seconds now. The car ahead of Alonso is Sainz for 2.7 seconds, so that's probably not realistic, but if we are already on a roll over here, we could maybe catch up to Alonso. But before looking forward, let's look back, and Ocon did have a pretty good run through there. With DRS now, he is actually pulling ahead, but looking towards the end top speed limit, or kind of towards like the end of the Alpine's top speed possible, he kind of flattens out and doesn't have enough top line speed to get past us. And as we can see on lap 21, I broke DRS of Ocon, and he just fell behind towards Albon. Now Albon has DRS of him, and I thought hopefully Ocon is slow enough that he can hold up the cars behind. So I create that 3-second buffer. We are currently 2 seconds in front of Albon, 2.2 now, and we are looking good into overtaking Alonso down the straight over here, down the Kemmel straight. Now can we do it? Good run through there, DRS activated, right behind the slipstream, beautiful exit, beautiful pass, way before the corner, and actually the fastest sector 1 over there, so we definitely did see that. I definitely had just the perfect run through from turn 1 all the way to the end. Now over here I was thinking, okay, we got past 2.4 seconds, 2.5 seconds to P10. Where is Albon?
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
And it wasn't enough. P11. So close to points finally for the second time this season. On lap, race 6 of the thing. Driver of the day, just so close to the points.
Charles Leclerc, what a drive, what a victory. He wins.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
So there we go, Leclerc wins from pole position, and actually the top three finished how they started, with George Russell picking up the fastest lap of the race. And actually, look at that, the best lap, our best lap, only 4/10 slower than that of the best lap just in the whole race. So we are definitely closing in, and we had a way faster lap then, all the way up until, what is that, well, pretty much until Russell. So had the pace, just got unlucky with not putting in one lap earlier. That would have definitely secured us at least P9. Maybe if stuff kind of turned out the way it did with the safety car, we'd probably be able to catch up to Alonso and finish in P8, which would have been our career best so far on this game. But 2/10, not even. We finished behind Albon after the penalty, so just so close. From P19, would have been to P8, would have been absolutely amazing. But we've got, 4 rounds left of Season 2 of Formula 1 24 My Team Career. Let's see if we can score any points in the remaining races of the season. But for now, that is going to be. If you guys enjoyed, like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.